Alright, so where we left off last time was all the way back a month and a half ago. You guys ended up in this room, which I've shared the map, and remember, this is just a plain Jane room. There's a sword stand. You could hear some distant voices, which kind of sounded like voices just kind of echoing very, very, very faintly. And you had also found the secret door that was down here, which had a couple of eye holes. And then there was that long sword that was in just a plain Jane wooden armor stand, and it's basically resting in the middle of the room. And that there was a neon light hanging down from the ceiling that said, "Glowing longsword, take me." And you remember, while you're still in the room, you see at the base of the stand there is a skeletal hand and like a pool of old dried blood. Now I'm talking way past the coagulation stage, and it's about right here in the center of the room, about right there. But that's where you guys are at. You guys are in Undermountain.
Oh, Dave, could you put some new tokens? Oh, there you go. Never mind.
I don't see Zero. There he is. Hi, guys.
See that little green dude.
All right. So we got Barian, Omi, Zero, and Trinkets. Ready to rock and rolla.
So, Barry, and do you want to check this thing out? See if it's trapped?
Yeah. Barry will take a look at it and see.
Nothray was definitely checking it out before she left, but all of a sudden, the drow bat signal happened and she got called away. so not exactly. A portal just opened up and Loth came out and said, "You're going to come with us now, my child." And she left. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't have it, but
Put up the Riddler question mark thing.
ooh. Yeah, big neon light sign. Flashing neon light. Magical sword. Glowing magical sword. What do you guys think?
I think I need to check for traps.
Yeah. Baron,
I think
go
this is
for
too obvious.
it. What do you think gives it away, Trinkets?
The big red "Do not push this" button.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also check it behind him.
The giant take me sign.
That, and this room was unlocked, and we just saw some bugbears around the corner, so if they would have taken it by now if they were going to.
Yeah. That's a pretty big hand, by the way. That you notice it there, Omi Barton. It's a pretty big hand. Looks like it's got long claw fingernails, maybe like a bugbear. Maybe an orc, something like that. It's a bigger hand.
You said it was a long sword.
It is a long sword that is faintly glowing with like a radiant aura.
Well, I could cast a detect magic spell, but it's probably magic.
Yeah, that'd probably be a waste.
I
mean, unless it's not glowing for other reasons.
Well, we'll even say that you do a 10-minute ritual, and yes, the sword is magical. And it looks like it's shedding a light in like a 10-foot radius.
Can any of you guys use a longsword?
No, I don't even know how to carry one.
Aren't we supposed to be finding magic items anyway? We have
We
a
are.
client
Yeah.
that will buy these.
Yeah.
So you want an investigation check to check it for traps?
Yeah, just throw it in the tower for me. Holy rolls!
That was just one roll.
Yeah, no, those are good rolls. You're looking around and you don't see anything, but as those kind of voices that you hear, you were looking at the sword. You don't see any wires or nothing like that. No runes, magical runes that are etched on the armor stand. You do notice it catches your ear. You look up and you see hundreds of holes that are drilled into the ceiling. And as you're looking, you're like, this is where those voices are coming from. It looks like, seeing that you are on the first level of, Undermountain, those voices are probably of people on the street up above in Waterdeep. That's the 2 and 2 that you put together as you were checking out the wooden armor mannequin with the sword in it.
Okay. So I'll pass that along to my party members and say it sounds like the voices are coming from above, through these holes.
They're distorted.
In the ceiling.
Yeah, it's not like you can't tell what they're really saying or anything. They're just
street noise.
Yeah. God damn, it's so good to be playing again. Sorry guys, I just had to say that.
Oh, it is.
All right, well, don't stand under the train in case someone decides to pee down.
Yeah, it's like hundreds of holes drilled into the ceiling. All right, adventurers, what say you? Moving on?
Well, we have a quest to pick up magic items. This sword
You do.
is magic. So say
It is.
Homie.
It definitely is.
What school of magic was it?
It is of a radiant aura, and in fact, it looks like a radiant aura, but your detect magic spell you can't figure out what type of magic it is, what type of school, because usually you can tell by the strands of magic how it's woven, but you can't with this item. Something seems a little weird with it. But it's definitely magical. It is showing on your magical item radar. It is magical.
Bing.
Well, I could try and identify a spell on it, or we could just leave it alone and check it out on the way out, since none of us can use a longsword anyway.
I also
is there a scabbard involved with it?
There is a scabbard that is leaning up against the mannequin as well.
So
I can use a
radiating
longsword.
Light.
Always carry it.
I put the message of the day up. Remember, we have all these house rules. Crits or max damage. Ooh, I can't wait to see that. That's going to be great. Monsters do it as well. We reroll initiative every time. You got your quests down there, so we'll just keep and also quotes. We'll keep this up to date. Sorry to interrupt.
So if trinkets can carry a longsword, we might as well take it. If it's radiating light and we're in the Underdark, I think all of us can see in the dark. Or do we need a light source?
Right, I have my ways to see.
Zero's blind as a bat. But
I have dark vision now. It's been a while, but I relearned some spells.
Ah, okay, that's cool. That
So I have
isn't
dark
light or the torch, huh?
No, it's dark vision.
Nice. That's cool.
I have to cast a spell though, and there's always that 5% chance I'm gonna add something.
I love that.
You have to go around the corner to cast your dark vision spell.
Yeah.
Yes, I have issues.
All right, so what do you think, guys? Vey, you gonna take the sword and the scabbard?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we take it and keep it scabbarded, if nothing else.
yeah. I'll take it and hold on to it till we figure out what it's all about.
Okay. So
I
you go.
also want to check the rest of this room
Sure.
before we proceed, though.
Sure, that's pretty much the only thing, except for down here, trinkets. there are a couple of eye holes, and you can see where there is a door that swings outward. Basically a secret door.
It's a spy hole for someone.
Yep, a couple of peeping Tom holes. Oh, rock
let's
me,
go back
Amadeus. Yeah,
Well,
so
so
you,
bad.
all right, so you grab the sword, Vey, and it is shedding a 10-foot radius of light. When you go to pick up the scabbard is so brittle it just turns into dust.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. No. I guess I'll stick it in my backpack. 'Cause
Sure.
I don't want it to light thing up and all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's kind of funny because as you're like putting the sword on like one of the sleeves of your backpack, you're like, oh shit, my hand's stuck. your hand won't come off the hilt of the longsword, and you're like, you can't even unpry your fingers. It's like the sword is stuck in your hand, and you're like trying to shake it off and stuff, and you're going, I don't think this is supposed to happen.
He got the longsword of crazy glue.
Yeah. I love that, Shin. That's good. The longsword of crazy glue. So
okay,
yeah.
Okay. Before we go anywhere else, we need to figure out what's wrong here.
Yeah, you've got the sword in your hand, and everybody kind of huddles around, and even if anybody tries to pry the sword out of your hand is not moving. It's like your hand is one with the hilt of that sword now.
I'm not touching it.
You can't drop it or anything. Yeah.
All right. What's it going to take to identify this?
Hence,
guess.
and now when that happens, when you look down at the base of the mannequin and you see that that giant hand down there, skeletal hand and the blood, you're thinking, oh Nikes, this is why the hand is there. Somebody else grabbed the sword.
Chop your hand off.
Oh no! Whatever you guys are thinking, we're not doing that.
I can shock and grasp your hand, see if that help you.
Here, let's
hurt,
find
though.
out what's going on, Trinkets. If you guys want to hang out for 10 minutes, I'll cast an identify ritual on the sword and Vey
I'll
to
go
see
over
what's
here and
going
watch
on.
Yeah, roll me while you're doing that second ritual. Why don't somebody give me a D20 out in the chat box, and then you set up your chalks and your scented oils and your lube and everything else, Omi. And 10 minutes go by, you cast your identify ritual, no random encounter, and it's a cursed sword. There's no magical properties at all, except for it is considered a magical item, and the only thing that it does is it sheds 10 foot of bright light. So, and then after 10 foot of bright light, that's it. It doesn't even go into dim light. And you can get rid of this out of your hand. It will take a remove curse spell or something similar to be cast on Vey to get rid of it.
Do I know if a dispel
you
magic would work?
Or you could chop off the hand too. So I mean,
Be a torchbearer.
You got a spell that will regrow my hand?
right? Oh wow! Voila! Inside of the hilt of the sword, there is a reincarnation hand scroll. you can have the hand of another. That would be pretty cool. Reincarnate body part. That is going to be that is going to be a spell that I'm going to put in one of my adventures, and I'm writing that down on my list.
And at the bottom of the scroll, it'll say "funny joke," wasn't it?
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, but no, a dispel magic will not work because the sword is cursed. So it is going to need a remove curse spell or equivalent.
Yeah, I think we need to get a cleric to cast a remove curse spell on you. The magic I have won't get rid of that, Trinkets. I'm sorry.
Well, based on that, and us being in the Underdark.
Homie, your first day back.
Yeah, what the hell, Romy? we don't want to be attracting attention, and the light bearer is going to be a target. I think we should probably go back and see if we can get this curse removed before we proceed forward.
I was just gonna cover it up.
Your call.
You could cover it up. I mean, you've got linens and stuff from your adventurer pack or whatever pack that you have, or bedroll or whatever. Sure, you can cover it up if you want.
Right, okay. I mean, we can go back. It's gonna cost us, what, 10 gold each to go back up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to pay to get back up. And
Plus,
pay for the
remove curse. Yeah, remove curse is a pretty.
and then the humility that we're
Swell.
going to receive from
All
all
right.
the patrons. 'Cause we're only like 10 minutes away.
That's true.
Hey, I bet you could make a lot of money by betting the strong guy in the room that he can't pry that sword away from you.
Apparently, they don't want my money. So, Ollie, how much does the remove curse spell cost?
It's 4th level, I think. So whatever a 4th level spell would cost.
It's third, probably about. I'd say probably about 100 gold or so.
I only have 15 to contribute to the pot.
You remember a drunken Father O'Keefe quarter that was in the yawning portal, taking bets on your return.
Dave, you have to take a look at my sheet. I have 2,000 gold, so I'm sure that needs to be changed. I don't know
Oh.
how much Omi would, or Zero would have.
How much were Omi and Zero supposed to start with? I just slapped 100 on my sheet, unless you wanted to.
Yeah, seeing that you guys were mugged by cultists.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. You'll have plenty of money by the time this is over, because you guys are going to start leveling up pretty quick now.
How about if you say I have 100 gold?
I'd say 100 gold's fine. That sounds good
All
to
right,
me.
well, trinkets, I have 100 gold.
Zero, how about we both put 50 towards getting rid of it?
Yeah, but we still need to go up.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, you can just send one up, I guess, because the
Yeah,
bucket.
I can just go by myself.
Okay. Well,
I'll give
Save some gold.
I'll give trinkets 50 gold.
I got
Alright.
a chess game. We could play some chess while we wait, I guess.
I have gold too, so I
Scout.
just only need about 50 to make it
I'll
work.
give you 25.
Too bad you
All
guys
I have
have
is
money.
15,
I would have loved to
have it.
seen. I would have loved to seen Vey run around this dungeon with a long sword of light. That would have been awesome. All right, so
I'd do it if it were finessable.
I'll
But
tell you
I have
what.
no
Cape of
strength.
darkness on it.
I'll tell you what. We'll make that finessable if you want to carry it around. We'll just make that thing finessable.
I like options, so I'll just get rid of it.
That's fine. So we'll say that you pay the 10 gold. You get up there. Father O'Keefe O'Quarter performs a ritual on you. Gets rid of the remove curse. Costs you 100 gold. And Darnan said he'll store the longsword for you if you want to in his vault there, or you can take it with you and wrap it up. Up to you.
We can store it there. Someone might be interested in it. You never know.
Well, you still have remember the person
Yeah,
looking for
she's
the
gonna buy it.
Yeah, Obaya Uday. She's from Chult. She's a Chultan priest.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask her if she wants to go ahead and take a piece that we found. It's already identified.
She'll definitely buy it. It is, even though it's cursed, it is magical, and that spell, that sword will be bought, and pay 10 platinum for it.
All right, score.
You got to look at it as not cursed. It's the sword of an unbreakable grip.
That's right. That's right. It can be taken from you.
Yeah, it's for gladiators, so they can't be disarmed in the arena, right? Which actually
Well, they could
seems
be
like a
disarmed.
winner. Yes.
Silver lining.
No pun intended. It could be disarmed.
Ha!
All right, so I'm going to add. Let's add some money to the party sheet.
I'll take my 25 back.
So I'm just going to say, just going to give you 8 platinum and 20 gold. There you go. Everything's divided up. And you guys are back here after Vay takes off for a couple of minutes. No random encounters happen, anything like that.
All right, Barian, you want to check this north corridor here?
That the way we want to go up to the north?
Yeah, you guys have north, south, and west.
Right. If I remember, west is another group. I can't remember. I know that south is the
South
border.
is the long way. Yeah, that's the long way to Xanathar's part of the guild. North is the bandits, and west is whatever.
Yeah,
Where
I
y'all
say we
wanna
go north because I figure I can probably arrange something with the bandits a little better than the others.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Sounds good.
East or west?
Well, as you look down both corridors, it is a very long corridor. Nothing that you can see distinctively. About 60 feet on each side for you. Voila. There you go. Right and left. And in fact, you check all the way down each side, and there is an end that goes left and right to the east. And to the west, you can see that it travels up to the north.
Don't forget to watch for secret doors, Barian.
Yeah, I'll do a stealth versus passive perception for that, so you don't have to do a roll every square or anything like that. So if there's anything, I'll do a roll.
Right.
Like that in a tower. Ooh, that was a good
You
roll
want to
too.
go east or west?
I say let's go
I
west
will
because
go
that
east.
goes north.
Yep. So I will be sneaky, checking for traps and whatnot, and head to the west.
Sure. All right. So this opens up into a as you move all the way down to the end and peek around the corner, Barry, and I keep wanting to call you Shen. It's a very
It's all right.
a very strange room, and it's like 50 foot, and it's got 5 pillars in it, and these pillars, it looks like these pillars are made of bones that are all put together, sort of like the Game of Thrones throne, where it's like all swords and daggers put together to make that throne. And these pillars, they're black. And like I said, it's just nothing but bones that are made of, that's what the pillar's made of, out of bones.
All right. Well,
A couple of alcoves in here. There's an alcove to the northwest. There's also an alcove to the east.
Be careful of black slimes, guys. Yeah.
Careful of the black slimes. Would I ever put a black slime in an encounter?
I don't know. I vaguely remember one. Maybe 2.
A green one, sure, but a black one, never.
What's everybody's passive perception, so I can just kind of make a note on that.
Omi is 17.
Screwed.
where do you find?
I have 12.
On the main page.
Yeah, on the very front, passive perception. It's your wisdom plus perception. A 10 plus your wisdom. Sorry. 10 plus is perception. My bad. First time playing D&D
Mine's-
10.
5e.
Mine is 25.
Your passive perception is 25.
Right. It's I have a feat.
How in the hell do you have a
Holy
25?
crap.
You just sank my battleship, Vay. How do you have a 25?
I have the observant feat.
What does that give you? Is it +5 or?
Plus 5 bonus to passive wisdom, perception, and passive intelligence scores.
So that's
Passive perception and passive investigation.
All right, so passive. So it's a base of 10 plus your 5 from your feet. What's your wisdom bonus or your perception? Is it a 9?
Let's see. Wisdom is 14.
No, your perception.
Oh,
Like the bonus for your perception skill.
5 plus 5.
Clue how this was a
Like
25.
17.
That's a 20 then, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. Oh, the +5 is from the.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah, the
It's
+5.
it's 20 plus 5.
Yeah,
It's just telling me that it's plus 5 from the thing.
from the feet. Yeah, that was something that was added in with Fantasy Grounds, or when you have a passive bonus, it'll put that.
Okay, because that was kind of weird. It was telling me it's 25, but it's only 20.
You almost sank my battleship. So. All right, so as you guys move in, start looking around these pillars and stuff. You guys go ahead, and if you guys have moved in, feel free to move into the room. Doesn't look like there's anything else in these rooms, but a couple of alcoves. You know, very very dark in here, but with your sight is you're okay. But as you move into the room, all of a sudden on the right hand side, Barian, you hear a scuffling, and from one of the corners you see this very weird looking creature, and I'll give you an image of it. It's like it's almost floating. Right, so where is the image? The image should be attached. There is no image attached, unfortunately. Let me go into my images. I will find one to you. All right, so this is what the creature looks like. It looks like a sort of like a floating brain with these very long tentacles hanging down with these needle-like barbs with a bird-like beak. So they actually catch you by surprise, because as you turn over to the right, these things are coming at you squawking. So yes, and you hear that the movement, the noise, and everything, that you guys are taken by surprise. So the grells are going to get a free attack on you guys, which is pretty awesome. It doesn't get to happen very often, but I actually rolled a really nice stealth check. So, all right, let's go ahead and move this grell up. Going to move up to Barian, and it's going to get 2 attacks, one with the tentacle, one with the beak. So it tries to bite you first, and it misses with a 13. So it slashes a couple of these barbed tentacles at you. And that's a 12. That's also a miss. So very nice job. Nice dodging out of the way. And these things are hovering, by the way. These things are basically floating, hovering like a beholder would be. So the next one comes out of the corner. Comes up to you, Omi. Greets you with a warm welcome, as it also multi-attacks you, first with a beak attack, missing you.
What's up, Omi?
And then does a tentacle attack, and the tentacle attack is a miss as well. So, all right. So let's go ahead and you guys can roll initiative.
We can roll and hold the button down.
Omi is kind of short.
All right, so the grell gets to go again. That's on Omi. So Omi, once again, first it's going to slash out its tentacles at you. Wow, what a bad. That's bad. So that's an automatic miss. That's bad. All right. Next, we'll do the beak attack.
Now hold on. Weren't we doing fumble tables?
I don't have a proper fumble table for NPCs because a lot of the times they don't. I mean, we could try it.
Because they don't have a weapon or whatever.
Yeah. Well, you know what I could do is what would be fair.
Just improvise.
Yeah, I think.
I mean,
what would be fair,
you are DM.
Yeah, no, but because I was just thinking about that when I was rolling. I'm thinking, maybe I think it would be fair just for them to forfeit the rest of their turn. No movement or anything like that. I think that would be fair, like what we used to do a couple of years ago. So that's what we'll do for the monsters. And in fact,
Okay.
let me try this. Let me try this crit fumble table. I just want to see what it would be like. So basically, I mean, it can't trip over its own feet. So it would basically just be stunned. So we'll just how about we just improvise? We'll just kind of I'll just improvise off of what I roll from the crit fumble table. So basically, what this thing is now it's going to be stunned. So I'll put the stun condition on it. I think that'll work. I think that would work good. Even
the
though
random
it's stunned,
tables kind of make things, fun.
yeah, it'll be stunned, but seeing that it's hovering, it still won't fall to the ground. Basically, it's still stunned. All right, and it'll be stunned until the beginning of its next turn. So it can't take its second attack. So we'll take that second attack away, and we'll go to trinkets now. What say you, trinkets?
A good question.
You got those 5 dark black charcoal pillars made of bones that are in this room also.
If only if you had a glowing sword.
Yeah, I could flash my sword at them
Waka waka.
and do a Jedi mind trick.
These are not the
these-
grells you are looking for.
Yeah, these grills look like they're probably too intelligent to trick in any way.
And it
You know,
looks
with a
like
big
they're hungry.
brain.
Yeah, they look like they'd be intelligent. They're not drooling over themselves or anything or fumbling around. No, it looks like they're quite intelligent. They're aberrations, so.
Okay, so I'm going to hex then this the grill that's beating up on my client, Omi.
On your client, I like it.
Yeah, because I am his manager. Some years ago.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, nice to bring that up. I like that. All right, so you hex him. There's no cast or anything like that involved. Well, there's no saving throw or anything involved. So not only is it stunned, it is now hexed, and that's disadvantage to wisdom saving throws.
Yeah. So so that is a bonus action, and with my action, I'm going to give him a toll the dead.
All right.
I think I rolled that twice though.
They were both failures, so it doesn't really matter. They both failed.
Okay.
We'll take the first one, so it was only one better. Very nice. Non-necrotic damage. Boom. Anything else? Want to take any movement?
No, I'm going to wait here.
All right. The other
Sorry,
girl?
there's a slight delay in my communications and stuff because I have to switch windows to talk.
I couldn't tell. You're mastering that pretty good,
Mrs.
Mrs. Lennox.
Yeah, I had no idea she was delayed.
Now I'm going to be saying, God damn it, hurry up, Vay. Jesus criminally.
Yeah, because I have to say something, then go to the screen and do it, and then come back and say something else.
Oh man. All right, so the Grell is going to move. It's going to float in. Doesn't take any attack of opportunity from Barian because that's just not how it works. It's going to take a chomp at you, Barian. Let's get a chomp going. And that's a 14. These things are never going to hit, I don't think. So now it turns towards 0-10 and does a tentacle attack. And it slashes. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he hit me.
Yeah, he sure did.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so you're going to take some piercing damage, which is going to be a total of 11, but you partially absorb it. And you start to feel this nausea type of sensation come over you, and now you are going to need to make a Constitution saving throw. You fail, and now you are paralyzed as your muscles tighten up. You cannot move, and you want to scream, but you just can't. So you can repeat this saving throw at the end of each one of your turns. So, and you're all grappled in these all of these hooks and tendrils that are hanging down. So I'm also going to give you the grappled effect. All right, wow. Started off bad, but it's looking promising for the grells now. All right, next, let's go to Barian.
I'll take aim with my longbow at the grell that is attacking.
Sure, yeah, the one that's on 0. And you, yeah.
No, I'm going at the one that's attacking on me.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I like it.
So that I can get, if I get a hit, I can get
sneak attack. Yeah. Are you using a bow or are you using? Well, it's going to be. It's going to be at disadvantage because remember, if you have any kind of foe that is adjacent to you, so why don't you roll another attack for me and we'll take the lowest one.
Okay.
Hopefully you'll roll good again, like that 27. Wow! Wah, wah. Critical fumble table. Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Gotta love disadvantage. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You don't have to roll twice because when he rolled advantage, it rolled twice. It dropped to 12.
Oh, did it? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you can see in the dialogue that dropped to 12 instead of the 19.
I wasn't paying attention to
So
that.
for next time.
No, we'll do that this time because that is a pretty bad critical fumble right there. That would have been. You have flashbacks from a traumatic experience when you were a child. You fall prone and curl up in the fetal position for 1d4 rounds. Those are all actions. Yeah, that was a good one too. Ah, that would be
Marian's
great.
Gonna crawl up in the corner over here and suck his thumb for a minute.
Okay, you're welcome, Barian. Then.
Thanks.
Yeah, so you would have hit anyway. So that 12 plus 8 would have been a 20, and that would definitely been a hit. That would have definitely been a hit on that grell. So you can go ahead and add sneak attack, and you can roll damage. All right, the grell takes 22 damage. Ooh, and you know what? You know what else I forgot to do? I forgot to give you max damage. Because of minus 50 DKP.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll in fact we'll go ahead and go back and give you some more damage too. So wow, just for that we're gonna go back and give you some more damage. 0. All right, so we'll just double up the damage. You took how much damage did you take? Took 10. Yeah, you took a total of 10, so that we'll add on another 10 damage. So you have a total of 13 wounds now. All right. Okay, so we're caught up on your end. Oh, these house rolls, not used to them.
Oh wait, I forgot. Is critical roll double damage or max damage?
Max damage. So whatever your max damage is, you would just go into in the upper right hand
Okay,
corner.
cool.
Yeah, you click on modifiers. Looks like the little Star Wars aimer on one of those TIE fighters, and you
Right.
click on the max damage button, and then do your roll. So yeah.
And then I would like to disengage.
All right. Okay, so you shoot and you disengage. So you can go ahead and take your movement. All right, you move back by the pillar. And we're to Omi now.
Omi sees this grell in front of him that's stunned, so he pulls out a spoon, says a couple words, and electricity starts dancing around the spoon as I touch it to the grell, casting Shocking Grasp.
Right. Reach out to touch someone. Oh,
with
wow!
advantage.
With advantage, and you're still rolling 11. That's a miss. Anything? You got an inspiration if you want to re-roll it, or if you want to save it, or.
I think we'll save it for now, but I will say bury and kill this one as I give him some bardic inspiration.
All right, so that's your bonus action. Take any movement that you want. And 0, you are paralyzed, so you can go ahead and do a... in fact, I'll do the Constitution saving throw for you.
Okay.
Only DC 11. Shouldn't be too hard for a wizard. Look at that. You successfully broke out of the paralyzation. You can now move next round. So to the next round. Look at that reroll. I love it. So it looks like Barian, you're up first this round.
I'll move here so I can get a clear shot at grill number 10, the one that's on.
Sure. I love that reroll initiative option. I like that.
That's
Yeah, that's nice.
All right,
It's just like
attacking
Savage
grill 10.
Worlds. All right. Attack away.
I don't know
Ooh.
why it's rolling twice.
Let's see. What do you have on you? You have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, it's stunned.
It's stunned,
Yeah, it is. Oh,
so
that's
he
right.
has advantage on
Yeah.
an
Yep.
attack.
Yeah. So, is stunned disadvantage on ranged, or is that prone? Let's take a look really quick.
Oh, no, it's your program.
I think that's correct. So, attack rolls, yeah, any attack roll against a creature have advantage, and any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. So yeah, you're not within 5 feet. So yeah, you'll go ahead and just roll normal damage. You'll add sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Vay's like, oh my.
Oh my.
All right, so the Grell takes another 15 piercing damage from your magical longbow. Barian, take any other movement you want, and we'll go to the Grells now.
That's it.
All right. The Grell is on 0-10. You're grappled, so it will not be able to attack you with its tentacles. Well, no, you're not. Yeah, you're not paralyzed anymore, but you're still grappled. So that is right. So we've got that off. That condition is good to go. All right. So let's go ahead and let's attack away. We'll get rid of paralyzed really quick. So it's gonna reach out with its beak and try to chomp on you. Ooh, and that's a 20, so that's a hit. So the beak is...
I'm allergic to grells.
It's a total of 6 more piercing damage.
Oh.
And that's it. It's gonna keep you grappled, so it's gonna use its tentacle attack to keep you grappled. All right, and it's gonna move. It's gonna move here. Now, Omi, you're up.
Omi's going to try to zap it with a spoon again.
Good luck. Ooh, with advantage, 23. That's a hit that time with Shocking Grasp. Nice damage. Total of 9. It resisted a little bit of it. And as these grells are floating, and their barbs are kind of dangling and clinging together, there's like this fluid that's kind of like dripping off of the moist, spongy brain. Ugh.
Then I'm gonna move back here to standby 0 in case he needs backup.
Okay.
In
Right.
case he needs a buddy.
So you will take an attack of opportunity for that, wouldn't you?
Oh, no reaction from shocking grasp.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot that. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Plus